Your Nerd Side's brought to you by Twizzlers. Well, they're the original Hershey company, aren't they? Twizzlers, strawberry Twizzlers, they're delicious and edible, and you can find them at any of your, local supermarkets, convenience stores, 7-Eleven, AM, PM. And Twizzlers are so good to eat, they make you want to laugh. I'm eating one right now. Strawberry, grape, chocolate, cherry, watermelon flavors. Those are just a few. Orange, lemonade. Woo, the list goes on and on. If you want to try Twizzler, stop by your local convenience store. Or always go to Twizzlers.com.
Welcome to Comic-Con,
where once a year, sci-fi buffs take their lips off the barrel of a loaded gun and spend half a day adjusting their eyes to sunlight.
You want to see a comic book with pregnant zombie nuns?
A psychotic nerd.
Dude, what a bunch of freaking nerdos.
I'm a nerd too.
Your personality needs some work.
You're not part of the popular clique.
But I was kind of a lonely nerd in high school.
I started a quilt. I did yoga twice a week. I wore flip-flops in public.
Well, welcome to this week's Your Nerd Side special Halloween edition. Oh, man. Let me just say that this show took so long to edit down, and so many people were listening to it because they're all like, this can't be real. This can't be real. We had the opportunity to walk through the Winchester Mystery House, and it was awesome. Great time. A wonderful time. I usually don't get freaked out, and I'm not a big ghost guy. Not really into that stuff. But I didn't get freaked out when I was at the Winchester House. I got freaked out after listening to the audio. Okay, during this show, we're going to play actual audio interviews, straightforward, and I'm going to stop when I hear some sounds, and I'm going to boost it up for you guys. All I did was raise up the volume, didn't add anything, didn't do anything. It's just a trip. Winchester Mystery House, special Halloween, Your Nerd Side. And this is awesome. If you guys are just joining the show, I've got a gentleman named Jacob. What is your full name?
Jacob Williams.
Jacob Williams. So what is exactly your position here at the Winchester Mystery House?
I am the marketing coordinator here at the Winchester Mystery House.
So you put together everything that's promotion-wise. And can I say something to you since you're the marketing coordinator?
Yeah, absolutely.
I walked to the front door of the Winchester Mystery House, which is in San Jose, California, for anybody who wants to know. Your marketing and the way you display all your shirts and T-shirts, it is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. It is set up like, did you guys work with Disneyland? How does that work?
Well, it's really funny that you mentioned that. We just renovated our gift shop for the first time in history of the house.
It's huge.
We renovated that earlier this spring, March through April. It was about a 2-month project, and our general manager is actually from Disney, Walter Magnuson. He came from Disney, used to work at Club 33, special events with annual pass holders.
Wow, yeah,
so,
you know exactly what that is.
Yeah,
he's got some pull. He used to have some pull at Disneyland then.
He has some pretty fantastic pull and a very, very deep resource of knowledge in terms of how to make everything as effective as possible here at the house.
All right. Okay, now we are across the United States, globally. Okay, so people are like, what the heck is the Winchester Mystery House? What's going on with it? Now, we know some lady built this house. Can you give us a little background of why is it called a mystery house, and why is it the Winchester Mystery House? Does it have something to do with the rifles? Please describe this to us.
Yeah, it's, how much time do you have?
I have plenty of time. I can go as much as you want to.
All right, so the backstory of there was tours.
It's okay.
So the backstory of the Winchester Mystery House is Sarah Winchester married William Wirt Winchester, who was the president of the Winchester Rifle Company back in the 1800s.
Okay.
And she was known as the Belle of New Haven. She was, she was the girl of the town. Everybody loved Sarah. She married William, and they had a pretty happy life.
Okay.
They ended up having one daughter named Annie.
Okay.
And unfortunately, after about 6 weeks, she passed away.
The daughter,
Annie. Yeah, she passed away of a protein disorder known as marasmus. Her poor little body just couldn't digest protein, so it was basically starvation. So that was the first strike of grief in Sarah's life.
Okay, I kind of see where this is going a little bit, but continue on.
Yeah. So about 10, 15 years later, William ends up contracting tuberculosis.
Wow.
And she ends up losing her husband. And, losing their only daughter, never having any other kids, and then losing her husband, William, that would take a toll on anyone.
Yeah.
And after William's passing, she ended up consulting a Boston medium. And at the time, it was kind of commonplace. Everybody in the late 1800s wanted to, talk to the other side. They wanted to contact the rest of their family members on the other side.
All right.
So she consults this medium, and she ends up being told, to appease the spirits who died at the hands of your husband's guns.
Okay.
You've got to go out to California, buy a house, build it, and never stop building.
And she took this only on one psychic. She didn't get a second opinion.
There was no second opinion to our knowledge. Yeah, there was one psychic medium who told her this. And so she came out to California. She visited some family out here in South Bay, Silicon Valley.
Okay.
And she bought an 8-room farmhouse in San Jose. And she just started building on it.
So I'm assuming all this was originally more acres around here. I look to, what is it? I'm looking at the front. To the right of Winchester, there would be a freeway now.
Yes.
And then to the left, there's a mall. There's a movie theater and some malls over there.
Santana Row, right?
Yeah, all this was originally just all farmland.
As far as the eye could see, you would have
161 acres. I think I did my research
just about,
right.
Yeah.
Look at that. I'm a genius.
You're a pro.
161
you can
acres.
do my job.
I don't think so. You're a lot better looking than me. That's why you got the job. Go ahead.
So she had a lot of property. She ended up buying a lot of property. Had a lot of different fruit trees, a lot of different vegetation out here. And she was rich because from the Winchester Rifles, right? Yeah, she had a lot of money. She had about $1,000 a day in allowance from the rifle company. But then she also still made profits off of selling various fruits, apricots, plums, what have you. But there wasn't a freeway when she was here.
Okay.
Santana Row across the street was not here. As far as the eye could see, you could see Sarah's property and all that she owned on the property. Wow. And then for 38 years, she built this house, room after room. And
they said, the psychic said she had to keep building onto the house.
Right.
To appease or stay away from the spirits, I'm assuming?
To appease them, to make them happy, to kind of give them a safe harbor from all the grief that died, or all the grief that happened in their own lives. So, as the legend goes, the house apparently used to have around 500 rooms throughout the course of construction. Okay. But she would tear a room down, build something else in its place, tear a room down,
can I
build
ask you a
something in its
question?
place.
And this is about the house itself. 13 of everything in every room.
Right.
Is that you guys, or was that her?
No. 13 was actually a very famous number that she loved.
So she did put something in there, 13.
She did put something. 13 was her favorite number, along with a lot of different astral symbols and a lot of astrology, along with a lot of spider webs as well. It was just one of her favorite signs.
A lot of that in the glass work.
A lot of that in the glass, yeah. A lot of stained glass.
I heard. Okay. So let me break this down for everybody. So we walk in, gift shop, we come in, they got your regular Disney setup. As we come in here, we've got a beautiful, I call this a terrace. We call it a terrace?
Yeah, this would be the tour courtyard.
The tour courtyard. They just recently built a shooting gallery, which is impressive. I was here, I guess, when you guys were building it. I was here not too long ago. Why? Just for the added attraction to give them to do while they're waiting for the tours?
Well, over the course of history here at the house, this little annex has been a variety of different things. It has been a wax museum, a small arcade, and even a wine tasting cellar as well.
Yeah.
But with our general manager Walter, he wanted to kind of contribute to the story and give guests a little something to do while they wait. And to build upon the story of Sarah and the guns and everything here, we built what was affectionately called the 161st room here at the house. And as the story of the gallery goes, we found this attic space, and we decided to bring the room down and show everybody what it was. And in the process, one of the rifles that was in storage went off, activating the spirits. So now we have 7 different guns, all Winchester replicas. And each of the targets inside the shooting gallery, actually, there's 38 of them, one for each year of construction. So there's a lot of attention to detail.
Is there any 13 in here? There's got to be something with 13 in there, right?
You got to look close. There's a couple 13s in there, and there's actually some artifacts from the house that we were able to pull to give it some, very real, authentic nature.
Now, this whole place is set up for Halloween. I've just have this scary feeling of there's jack-o'-lanterns. Again, it looks like California Adventures Halloween time. Walter, you are on fire with your promotion. No, but what exactly is going on? I mean, I'm seeing all these, and I'm not doing a sales routine here. I swear to you guys.
It says 20 nights in September and October. What's going on for people coming out here?
So this is our second year of doing it, but back in the early 2000s, we had the Fright Nights, which was more to the scale of a theme park scare. It was clowns and chainsaws and
are you kidding me?
That kind of
That
thing.
was here?
That was, and that wasn't really on brand. So again, with our full 5-year plan and our design of wanting to make sure that the story of everything here retains as much authenticity to Sarah as possible, we developed the Winchester Mystery House Halloween Candlelight Tours. Now, what that is, this story, it plays a little bit more on the paranormal than what we would normally do on our mansion or on a Explore More tour, because in the fall, we can kind of lend ourselves to more of the ghosts and the spirits and the playful Halloween aspect of everything. So the story of the Candlelight Tours is it's a battle of good versus evil.
So let me get this right.
Yeah.
The tour guide's the only one holding the candle?
Tour guides is the only one holding the candle.
And then everyone else who's following is in pitch black?
In pitch black.
So is there a rope holding everybody together, or you just got to hold hands?
You just got to follow the person in front of you.
You see how I built it up right there? Now it just got really good.
Oh, it got real.
Okay, so and then what else happens?
So the story basically goes, we're focusing more on the paranormal medium of Sarah interacting with Adam Coombs, the fictional name that we've given, the Boston medium.
Oh, okay.
And she's kind of wizened up to what he's done to her, and she's realized that he tricked her. However, when she came out here, she kind of realized that there was more to meets the eye. So there's a play of good versus evil, Sarah obviously being the good. There's some hijinks that happen that go on throughout the tour. A lot of really good, fun, family-friendly scares. It's a very, I would like to say it's very Scooby-Doo.
And when is it start? When does it start?
It's already started.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
so
we started this last weekend.
So every Friday, Saturday?
We've actually expanded to 20 nights, Friday, Saturdays, Sundays mostly now. There are a couple Wednesday, Thursdays sprinkled throughout towards the end of the tour.
I'm assuming Halloween night you're going to be doing this?
Halloween night, absolutely.
It'll probably be sold out.
And this October is one of the few Octobers that actually has a Friday the 13th.
That is right. That is right. Is that your biggest day you guys sell out?
It's a very big day for us. Friday the 13th, because of Sarah's love of the number of 13, it's become a very big thing. And we've had a lot of people ask us, are you doing traditional flashlight tours? Well, during October, we've got the Halloween Candlelight Tours.
So you're going to tie that one in with it.
Unfortunately, we've had to forego the flashlight tours for October. However, flashlight tours are coming back.
Do they like the flashlight tour more than the candlelight, or how does it go?
It's a very good split. Yeah, it's a very good split. We've actually had some people that have been disappointed that we haven't done the flashlight tours for October. However, once they've come in and experienced the candlelight tours, they haven't been disappointed.
All right. If you're just tuning in right now, we are at the Winchester Mystery House, and if you don't know what that is, you've got some serious problems. San Jose, California. It is the house that was continually built by Miss Winchester, because her husband passed away, for over 38 years. And rooms go nowhere. You can fall out. Oh, I just gave away some of the stuff. Now, Jacob, how long have you been working here?
Just under about a year and a half.
Now, do you know... I've heard you can get lost in that house. Do you know the house?
I know the house very well.
Okay. Have you been in there and anything's happened to you? And I know we're going on the...
gosh.
Be honest, because I've gone online and the producers pulled up. There's handymen that have been touched. And I've walked around to all your employees. Now, I noticed the ones in there say they've never gone in by themselves and they don't want to go in and they're not allowed to because you can get lost. But I want to hear, have something happened to you? You said, oh my gosh, have you been touched?
There's actually been one. The only time that I've been tapped on the shoulder was they put me on as a project manager to help launch Explore More tour back in May.
Okay.
The first tour that we've done in 94 years of tour history.
Okay.
Or actually, excuse me, the first tour in 20 years. We had the behind-the-scenes tour before that, but 20 years goes by, and we decided to open up some new rooms, which we can talk about later. The night before we launched that tour on May 5th, we had a annual pass holder member mixer inside the house. We showed him some of the new rooms as, kind of a good, really fun preview.
All right.
End of the night rolls around. Me and our tour guides and our janitorial staff, we're all standing around the front of the house. And I walk up, and everyone's in a semicircle around me at the front doors of the house. No one's behind me. And we're all talking about the evening, how well it went, how we're excited for tomorrow, how tired we were.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I just feel this tap on my shoulder, and I kind of turned around thinking it was somebody that walked up asking me to kind of move over a little bit. Turn around, and no one's there.
Okay.
And I'm looking around, and everybody else in front of me is looking at me like I'm crazy, and I'm like, you guys didn't feel that? And they're like, no, what's going on? And I was like, somebody just tapped me on my shoulder. I'm not even kidding you right now. And they're like, oh, well, it happens. They just played it off.
Where was this in? What part of the house would this have been in?
We were actually at the very front doors of the house, which on the Explore More tour, for the first time in history, we actually let people walk through the front door.
I've heard that's always been closed for years.
It has for years. Sarah, right after the 1906 earthquake, which is a very significant